Hi, welcome to Feminism on Trial. I guess we need to talk about Bill and Melinda Gates and their divorce. It's not that shocking just because of the rate of divorce, and it's not that shocking because there's so much in it for Melinda. Now, some people say, well, they're splitting their assets because they're anticipating that they're going to seize Bill's assets, etc., etc. Maybe there's some other reason for the divorce other than, she's tired of him and she's like, I'm not happy. But of course, she filed, as we know, 80% of divorces are filed by women. But what I want to talk about is this brings something to the surface that hardly anyone talks about. Actually, Bill Burr does a really good job in one of his stand-up routines talking about this. So this is a little bit of an homage to his points. So they live in Washington, the state of Washington. And in Washington, the law is that when you divorce, it's 50-50. That's it. So doesn't matter who worked for it, doesn't matter whose ideas generated the wealth, doesn't matter. If you're married and you have, joint wealth because suddenly his wealth becomes her wealth and she gets 50% of his. When they met, she worked for him. She was just an employee for Microsoft. And now all of a sudden, she's going to get 50%. I'm not saying she hasn't done some things to contribute. I'm sure that she has. But it could have been any woman. It could have, I don't know that there's anything that makes her particularly special that enhanced the wealth of Bill Gates and made him a billionaire. I think his ideas, even though I think he ripped off Apple, that's another story. His ideas and what he has done has generated this wealth. And now she's entitled to 50% of it. I mean, thank God their kids are grown because then she'd get even more. By the way, if they think that, the kids are grown, the divorce won't hurt them, that's bullshit. Coming from parents who divorced after I was an adult, it's still damaging. So how is she entitled to this 50%? In my opinion, she shouldn't be. It's ridiculous. It's stealing from him. And it's the same as Tiger Woods when he got divorced from, what was her name? It was I don't remember it, but she got a big chunk of his wealth. And she's never swung a golf club and made money from it. Like, that's ridiculous. He achieved so much in the golf world and with his sponsorships and everything. And what did she do? Pop out a baby. How does that entitle her to his enormous wealth? It's crazy. And I used to think it was fair. I used to think, well, she supported him and was with him at, in his rise to whatever. I used to believe all that. And it's baloney. Michael Jordan. He had one of the first really high profile, really, really rich men who got divorced. And she, of course, came away with millions. Millions. Did she ever dunk a ball? No. Did she practice and practice and practice to make herself able to dunk a ball and worthy of Nike sponsorships and shoes named after her? No. But she still got millions. So what is she being paid for? I don't know. Is it that, she was there and that's what her sexuality is worth? Or that's what her ability to give children is worth? And wouldn't that offend feminists, since those things are degrading? They don't have a logic that you can follow. They just don't. And meanwhile, Halle Berry has been out there because she's ordered to pay spousal support to her ex-husband. And she's raising a stink about how unfair it is. Okay, Halle, the guys already know it's unfair. But that's the elephant in the room, and nobody's going to talk about it. They're going to talk about Bill and Melinda, they're getting divorced, and what a shock, and blah, 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 and conspiracy theory this, and whatever, and that. Those might be true. But what I want people to realize is that here's this woman who was working for him, and now she's going to be one of the richest people in the world. And she didn't earn it. And there is story after story after story of women who have married up and have come away like they won the lottery. It's not okay. And listen here, feminists, if you're still watching or your head hasn't exploded, if you're so capable and you don't need no man, then why are these women taking millions when they exit these marriages? Why would they need it? I mean, couldn't Melinda just go and start her own Microsoft? Even better, according to feminists, yes. According to feminists, it would be degrading to take this kind of money. But on the other hand, because they can have two completely contradicting thoughts at the same time, cognitive dissonance, they say, no, this is what I'm owed because I did this too. You can't have it. Well, I'd say you can have it both ways, but they do. And they are. Please hit subscribe, share my videos anywhere you think people will listen, and help me grow the channel. Thanks for watching. Hit the little bell so you know when there's a new video posted. Have a great day, and, keep pursuing truth. Keep standing up for justice.